what we have seen is, and if you were to look at our data, and let's talk specifically to SIPs. I'm trying to come back to the theme of your panel.
Of course.
SIPs which have come direct versus SIPs which have come through advisors. SIPs which have come through advisors versus SIPs which have come through platforms, direct,
Yeah.
There is a, there's a complete difference in attitude and approach when the markets are volatile.
Yeah.
So what happens is, what we are seeing is, because this is not important for India, for AMCs, but for the Indian capital markets. So what happens is, SIPs which have come through advisors, they are more sticky and remain stable during the volatile times. Whereas SIPs which have come direct through online platforms, do-it-yourself kind of a thing, the investors who started coming to the capital markets during COVID period, what we see, they do two mistakes. First is, I think they are always chasing a trend.
Yeah.
Because they are investing on a platform which the algo tells you which is the best fund in the last 6 months. The fund may have a long-term track record or not, we don't know. Then what happens is, after 6 months, you'll have another fund which is up. The investor, what he does is, because he's coming direct, do it yourself, he redeems this fund and goes to something else. So you're always continuously in that circle, and I think you're redeeming and not taking advantage of it. And the fund that you talked about earlier, I think the fund that I talked about, 30-year experience, I'll give you a very interesting data point which will make you feel happy and sad. We talked about the AUM, which made everyone happy, the return of CAGR, whatever we talked about. But on the other side, if you look at a 30-year journey, while the return that I talked about, 10,000 SIP has become 25 crore rupees, but there are only 2,000 investors who have stayed through the period of 30 years.
Wow.
Now, the fund has created that kind of a return, has 1 million plus investors, but there are only 2,000 investors who stayed through the entire journey.
Wow.
Now, this is where the role of the advisor is.